So, we'll be now few teachers as the players have selected a teacher to honor and say a little something special about each one. I will start off with Sammy Poole, who has Hallie Wagner. As the story goes, I selected Mrs. Wagner because she has been one of the biggest supporters of my life. I am so thankful to have met Mrs. Wagner. She has always been there for me when my bad days and my good days, and pushes me to do my best. She has such a positive attitude and makes my day brighter. Thank you for being an amazing teacher, friend, and mentor. Next we have Abby Tuba, who's honoring Ryan King. And she'd like to say, he was my gym teacher and made 4th hour so much more enjoyable. And the dance unit was hilarious because he was a better dancer than pretty much everyone in our whole class. Next we have Cordelia Huck, who's honoring Miss Harden. And she just wanted to say, I like all the stories she shared with the class. Next we have Avery Lundwall, who's honoring William Bogan. And she'd like to say, I've never been strong in history, and it was never my favorite. He has always made it more fun and enjoyable. I would like to thank him for always helping me and making history more fun. Next we have Haley Stevens, who's honoring Mr. Miron, and she would like to say, I have a lot of memories of Mr. Miron's class, so it's hard to pick just one. The main thing is how he treated me. He made me feel important. He's always listened and overall made me a better person. He cared enough to watch me play hockey a few times throughout the years and even called me Technics. After he heard, that was my nickname because I would always have to go to the bathroom during class. I didn't read this beforehand. He's a great role model and a great teacher. Anyone who's got the opportunity to have him for a teacher is very lucky. Thank you, Mr. Miron. Next we have Julia Hyde, who's honoring Miss Martineau, and she says, she always has a positive attitude and she always supports what you do. Next we have Sammy Hyde, who's honoring Mrs. Lutz. And Sammy says, she has always been a positive and bright role model in my education since first grade. She really made learning something I enjoy. I'm really going to miss her. Next we have Noelle Johnson, who's honoring Mrs. Holmquist. And Noelle says, she was my teacher for Greek health and answered all of my questions thoroughly and helped me understand a very hard class. She was very good about creating relationships with her students. Next we have Ava Getz, and she's honoring Miss Time. And Ava says, I picked Miss Time for Teacher Appreciation Night because how kind and caring she was to myself and my classmates. Next is Ellie Hanowski, who's honoring Mr. Richardson. And Ellie says, Mr. Richardson has been not only been an incredible academic teacher, but has also been an amazing teacher throughout my hockey and running careers. Thank you, Coach Richie. Next up is Aaron Brown, who's honoring Sandy Blum. And Aaron says, she made English an enjoyable experience and genuinely cared about all of her students. Next we have Emma Hallway, who's honoring Miss Spake. Emma says, finding out we were looking for another lacrosse coach and trying to get her to learn everything about it so she can coach even though she knew nothing about it. Next we have Julia Williams, and she's honoring Miss Hankman. Julia says, Miss Hankman is always smiling and has a very positive energy. I like the way she teaches, and when we are reading books, she always goes through and makes sure we all understand what's happening. One of my favorite things that we do in class is when we play Team Jeopardy and reading their short stories. Next we have Ava Sachs, and she's honoring Mr. Schwartz. And Ava says, he's always been a supportive teacher for me since day one freshman year. He never fails to make me laugh and always has the best outfits. Next we have Brooke Blumack, who's honoring Carolyn Blumack, her grandmother. She is my grandma and was a teacher for many, many years, helping out everyone around her. She's also helped me a lot through our distance learning too. Next we have Maddie O'Nett, and she is honoring Mr. Maloney. Mr. Maloney has always been my favorite, even when I show up late or sleep in his class. He's always been there for me to listen to all my rants that I have. Next we have Ellie Sauer. She's honoring Tracy Johnson. And Ellie just simply says, she's a great storyteller. Next we have Delaney Cooney, and she's honoring Miss Lutz as well. And she says, the reason I chose Mrs. Lutz is because she was always kind and truly cared about her students and job. In first grade, she came to one of my hockey games in the freezing cold, and now she is back. Next we have Jules Willitzer, and she's honoring Sam Ferraro. What Jules says is, he has good jokes and always makes me a good laugh. And with his Australia stories, help you when you need it. Next is C.C. Walashek honoring Megan Bume. In class we created a language and we skipped over the slides with the words she didn't know how to say. But overall was a great teacher and a fun class. Next we have Hannah Ray. She's honoring Tony Harris. Mr. Harris is a great teacher who always makes his class fun. He cares about his students and has always been supportive of me as an athlete. Next we have Ariana Goldberg, who's honoring Keith Schwartz. Ariana says, he's a fun teacher to be around and they make English class fun. Next we have Malia McKenna, honoring Mr. Bush. And Malia says, I really enjoy his class this year and I miss going there every day. He made class super fun and I'm so thankful for the impact he made on my life. Next is Madigan Coleman, and she's honoring Mrs. Wright. Madigan says, I chose Mrs. Wright because she makes having a hard class fun and is enthusiastic about what she teaches. Generally, David is honoring Miss Lundberg, who is unable to attend. Next, we have Donnell Decker honoring Miss Amy Greenfield. Miss Donnell says, I selected this teacher because she had acted as an outstanding role model for myself and my siblings throughout elementary school. She has always been brought excitement to the classroom, and I'll forever be grateful for that. Next, we have Megan Brett, who's honoring Mr. Hall. And Megan simply says, I enjoyed sharing fun stickers with you in class. Next, we have Adrian Haley, Coach, teacher, Jim Hick. Adrian says he's very caring and works with the students very well. He treats me like I'm his own kid, and he was always there for me. Thanks for everything you do, Jim. Next we have Jaden Lascott, who's honoring Mr. Farrar's father. Jaden says he's a funny teacher and makes really good jokes. He always knows a lot about math, obviously, and his stories are cool about Australia. And he is good at making us have a good grammar while asking us to work back. There you have it, folks. How about one more round of applause for all these new teachers? For all this distance learning, all these years in the seminars, a tribute to you and all other teachers in the States. Thank you so much. Now we're going to announce the starting lineups for first group visitors from Stillwater. Number 31, Lily Timmons. Starting defense, number 15, Kylie Goodday. Also starting defense, number 28, Josie Lane. Starting forward, number 7. Josie St. Martin. Also starting at forward, number 29, Olivia DeJarden. And starting at 7, number 3, Maya Kruger. The Stillwater head coaches, Muriel Gilduso. And now, for your Forest Lake Rangers, starting in goal, number 35,
Good evening, Ranger hockey fans. In the booth, as always, Noah Casa alongside me, as always, Caleb Casa. As we get started here with the Forest Lake Rangers taking on the Stillwater Ponies tonight here in girls hockey. Caleb, right off the top, you got a Ranger for us to watch tonight?
I do, but one thing I was just going to say is this is the first game of a back-to-back brought to you by LATV, so we're going to be here actually tomorrow.
For the boys and girls.
For the boys and girls. So, I mean, you could say a triple header kind of,
almost.
In a way.
You got to wait a couple hours between the first and second game. But
I'll definitely stretch it to a triple header, just, just for the hype piece. But Hannah Molander, we've seen her. She's kind of the enforcer on the team. I know last game she was kind of getting chippy. I think we usually see her, in the penalty box, but that's not a bad thing. She's had a decent season. She has 12 points on the season, 7 goals, 5 assists. But, she's kind of like the heart of the team, at least from what I see. Just kind of that physical presence that, every hockey team needs. So she's a player for the Forest Lake Rangers, the Ranger Watch, as we like to call it.
Yeah, like you were like we've said before, regardless boys or girls, hockey's an aggressive sport. Rules are obviously a little bit different with girls, no checking and stuff like that, so it's a little less physical than boys, but I mean, you still got bodies flying around and
bodies to be had.
There's penalty boxes for girls hockey for a reason.
And as you say that, the Rangers are on a power play right now.
Already.
So, early power play for the Rangers.
And we get another one.
I think that's going to go.
No, that'll go the way of Stillwater. So we had about 10 seconds on the power play, and now it's even back up.
Hey, but this is kind of what I was talking about. Remember my idea from changing? Now it's 4 people on the ice for each team.
Yeah.
So potentially some
more exciting hockey.
Some more space for both offenses to work. So better chance for a goal here in the next 2 minutes.
McKinnon was on the face-off there for the Rangers. Caleb, what do you see as some keys to the game tonight? I know it seems like all season the passing aspect of the game has been, a little bit more than desired.
You can always go with passing. You can never really go wrong. I just say get off to a good start. We've seen in the past as we have some good centering passes this possession, just Forest Lake getting behind the 8 ball, and that's kind of making us press as we go on and further into the game. So let's try to get ahead early just so we don't have to press, and I think we can clean up some.
Stillwater blocker save there on the shot from Stillwater. Got Haley in goal tonight, number 35 for the Rangers. Continue what you were saying there, Kim.
I don't really remember what I was saying. But I think it was something to the sorts of a good start of just not being able, not needing to press. I think, one thing, I read an article, shout out John Wagner. He does some good stuff for Forest Lake, high school sports-wise. He's a sports writer. I think he was interviewing our head coach, which it is Teacher Appreciation Night, so I will shout him out.
Hayak on the face-off for the Rangers.
Mr. Richardson, Coach Richardson, whatever you want to call him. He said something about the team pressing for goals and just how that mental limitation can sometimes hinder a hockey team. So, I mean, you don't think of the mental things usually when you think about sports, but, I mean, it is a really big thing that athletes need to pay attention to.
Yeah, I definitely agree that, especially both teams full strength here. It seems like this season the Rangers have been, like you were saying, and goals have not come very easy for the Rangers. at least the games that we have been a part of. So I think a big key tonight would be putting a goal in early here in the first period to kind of set the tone and get the ball rolling. Being the first on the scoreboard is always nice, regardless of what sport you're playing. Starts to build that momentum up, and momentum is a huge thing.
It is, sports. And you talk about kind of that offensive drought, and I think we've seen kind of the same thing with the guys, with the boys team. It was like their last 3 games they had 4. No, don't quote me just because I don't have the exact stats up, but they were struggling to score goals. And then our last game, I think we just had an offensive flurry, if you want to call it that, and we just kind of went off, and it's just got to be so relieving for the whole team and coach.
Yeah. We got 4 Rangers all on top of each other there in the defensive zone. That was like to see a little less of that. Spread them back out and get some solid defense rolling. I think so far both teams have had about equal opportunity in this game. That shot goes left of the goal. Equal amount of time in either zone. Stillwater seems to get some better looks so far as they've gotten 2 shots off. But we saw the Force Lake defense do very well. Was it on Monday? Monday or Tuesday? Tuesday?
Tuesday, I think.
I think so. Who knows? But yeah, Tuesday. Shutting down some good chances and just poking the puck away at crucial times. But at the same time, Roseville, that shot high over the net, bounces off the glass. Roseville just did a little bit more than the Rangers, put up a goal or 2, and
there's a lot of individual talent.
Come back. Yeah.
Roseville is the first team in the SEC for a reason, and I think we saw just why they are, just because they have a lot of playmakers, and I was impressed with Roseville's stick handling. I know they're not even in this game, but that was just something I took away from last game, of just how well they controlled the puck.
Well, and I think
the Roseville side of things.
Another thing, referring to last game, that the Rangers can kind of use as some motivation and a bright spot is it was obvious with Roseville's team when the first line was in versus the rest of them. Their first line players were leaps and bounds above what the rest of the talent on the team seemed to be, especially, was it Katie Hogg?
Kate Hogg.
I'm
really surprised you remember that, not gonna lie.
Was the puck out in front, good Ranger look here, center. Now possession taken back by Stillwater. But yeah, I mean, when she was on the ice, she had the puck most of the time, and she just had a finesse that you don't see in every single hockey player, regardless of if you're in the state of hockey. We had that, I think you touched on it last game, that we had that with Golnitz last year, that you could just tell that she was definitely going somewhere with the sport. Not to say that the rest of the team wasn't good by any means, but Golnitz was
just a testament
to
it's just how talented
a certain player is. There's a reason she has her own shadow box up here.
I pointed that out to you after the game. We were going down.
It's at the top of the stairs. It's the first thing you see when you walk in.
I guess I'm just looking at the floor, maybe.
Yeah, keep those eyes up. Observe a little bit more. But yeah, there's a reason that she's kind of on the wall of fame. And as far as I know, Stillwater doesn't necessarily have that kind of explosive standout player. Guess that would bring me to my pony to watch, maybe?
Well.
That right there was a seamless transition.
I mean, Josie St. Martin, she is going to be the pony to watch today. She has 32 points this season, 21 goals. second in goal scoring for Stillwater has 8 goals. So that's a difference of like 12, 13 goals of you can tell again that they have a definite best player, and if you can shut her down, your chances of winning this game skyrocket. So
how does she compare to, say, the lead point scorer for the Rangers?
I want to say she has more. Yep. So Sammy Poole is our top goal getter this year, and she has 11.
Okay.
So
10 more.
10 more. Yep. But I heard screaming while I was looking at my computer.
I guess the story with that would be looking at the rest of the roster. Very close glove save there for Haley. Just got her glove out and was able to deflect that one away. Couldn't corral it, so it's still out in front of the net. Now chased into the corner by both teams. Stillwater's going to come out with it. The Rangers are trying to get a few fresh legs on the ice. Stanius will throw that one around the boards into the near corner. Anyways, Caleb, back to what we were talking about. Looking at the rest of the Rangers roster, would you say that it's a bit more spaced out as far as...
Stinger.
Yeah, took a puck off the wrist there.
It's got to hurt. Sorry, I did not know.
Jenna Ray Bateman.
That was our Ranger Watch
wrist.
last game.
Yeah.
Fun fact. I don't think my Ranger Watch player at all this year has had, the point of the Ranger Watch is to, give you somebody really, and even the opponents, I think I've given, and we've seen talent, but it's not like the opposing player that I've told you guys to watch has had like an amazing game. So,
That was Zowen on the face-off. She'll be waved off, and Hallwig will take it now for the Rangers. And here comes the Ponies with a great opportunity here. She's going to have to try and do something backhanded. She'll go back around the net. Nice job by the Ranger defense to swarm that puck and shut that opportunity down. That was a scary one for a second. Not what you want when the face-off goes your way and the opposing team is able to break through and take it coast to coast and nearly put a shot on goal.
Indeed, but Glumac played really good defense there on that opportunity and just wasn't able to even get a shot opportunity on that breakout chance. I think you can tell that these teams are pretty even when it comes to talent-wise. It doesn't look like one team's necessarily better than the other, but it's an even game so far. There's chances for both teams. Forest Lake started off with really good centering passes, but we just weren't in position to capitalize on those centering passes, and that's something you'd like to see change here.
Where are we at record-wise as far as these two teams sit?
Well, Forest Lake is currently 10-10 right now, and that is 6th in the SEC, and Stillwater's 3rd in the SEC with a record of 9-7-2. Eastridge and Mountains View are both in the middle of Stillwater and Forest Lake. They have more wins than Stillwater, but obviously we know record and standings goes by losses. The amount of losses you have and not wins, so that's why you see Stillwater in front of Eastridge and Mountains View with 9 wins. And even Woodbury has 12 wins, but they also have 9 losses, so Forest Lake kind of needs this one to in the article that I read, Mr. Richardson said they were playing some of their best hockey they've played all season, and that was obviously written before they lost against Roseville. But one game doesn't just stop you from being good, you know. One game doesn't define you, so.
Yeah, you got to shake a couple of losses off every season. It's when the win-loss category starts getting real lopsided.
Yeah.
Is when you got to start
especially
worrying.
hockey, just because, you know,
there are so many games and everything. Yeah.
The puck bounces some random ways in hockey, and you really can't control it sometimes.
I believe they call that puck luck.
Puck luck?
Puck luck.
Well, I'm going to start to use that. I like that. It's got a good ring to it.
That one batted through the neutral zone by the Rangers, and they'll get a quick line shift in, or line change in. Hot shot from Stillwater. Goes top shelf, blocker side there. Beautiful goal by Stillwater. Kind of a mind boggler as far as trying to get, I think Forest Lake, I don't think, was expecting the puck to get returned to their zone that fast. And Forest Lake kind of got caught trying to get a line change in. Was just not ready for that one. All the way out on the corner, far side. There was no way any of our skaters were getting over there in time.
That is number 40, Addie Finn for Stillwater. The Ponies coming out with a 1-0 lead. That is her 9th goal of the season, so she is the second leading goal scorer for Stillwater and solidifying her spot from Maya Kruger, who's third on Stillwater.
Yeah, so now it'll be interesting to see how the Rangers respond to this. That was kind of an odd goal. I wouldn't, like, they were definitely not outplayed on that one. I mean, it was a rough time to be trying to get a line change in.
That's the second time we've kind of seen that, of just like it just looked weird. I heard yelling coming from the bench, and it just looked like everybody went off the ice and everybody came on, which we've seen once this game, and it didn't hurt us the first time, but it definitely hurt us the second time.
Yeah, the as soon as that puck went through the neutral zone and just over the blue line of the Ponies, all of the Rangers turned their backs to the ice to try and get a line change in, and as soon as I saw that, I started sweating. And then that puck got shot up far side, and it was game over at that point, one-on-one.
Unfortunately, it went to one of their best goal scorers.
Yeah.
So
she
knew what to do with it.
One of your best goal scorers against a goalie one-on-one. That's a tough break. And tough ask on Haley to be able to stop that one.
But let's see if Forest Lake can get something on the power play now.
Forest Lake is on the power play, and just like we were saying earlier, now is when the Rangers need to respond. You got to play a little bit more aggressive, respond. If Stillwater goes up by 2 in the first, we've seen this team kind of start to get slow and sluggish when goals are being put up on the board against them in numbers.
Some emotion coming out from Stillwater's fans.
Parents, yeah. Stillwater fans not happy about that stick. Referee almost took one in the chest.
Smiling, he's loving it.
Good job by him to get out of the way of that one.
Definitely wanted to make the broadcast tonight. I think that was a goal coming in for that referee. So
it was definitely
he
part
got
of
his
it.
chance.
We got a glove
yard
down
sale
on the ice.
Is it a yard sale with one thing? Is that?
I'm not totally sure, and I mean it didn't come off of a big check, so I don't know if that would be considered a yard sale either.
I mean, any time I can just put any sort of hockey slang in without.
I think you just need
maybe
smaller gloves.
Smaller
in that situation there. Shot in, stick save there. Shot by Bateman for the Rangers. So this second half of the period seems to have been kind of owned by Stillwater as far as spacing. By spacing, I guess I mean time in
the offensive zone.
The offensive zone, yeah. I don't know why I said spacing. But
basketball term. Gotta love it.
Sure. Said that one without even knowing.
You gotta space the floor. Space the ice.
Yeah, I guess they've just definitely owned it here in the second half of this first period. I don't remember the last time the Rangers took a quality shot on goal. Somehow, those shots on goal, currently Rangers 5, Stillwater 4.
There was that one sequence that the Rangers had.
Like 3 just random slaps towards the goal.
4 chances. And they were good chances, but we just didn't get a quality shot off.
Yeah.
You can have a good chance and not get a good shot off. Those were what you'd call, ouchie. It's got to hurt the hand. How much does a glove do when it comes to stopping the pain of a puck hitting your hand?
I don't know. I never played hockey, so I would have no idea. I mean, I know it's not as thick as a goalie glove.
You know, goalie equipment, that's just a whole nother topic in itself.
Yeah, it's a different breed.
To trust equipment with just a rubber puck flying at your face, I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah, no. And the way that they're able to do it without flinching, or flinching very little, I should say.
The funny thing is, it's just expected from them. It's expected of them not to be scared of the puck. I'd like to see a lot of just people that don't play hockey go behind be in a goalie crease and actually see what it feels like. I've never experienced it before, but I think it'd be one heck of a good time, huh?
Yeah.
Shout out to all the goalies out there.
It's almost the
You're
same.
You're underappreciated.
The same thing almost as I guess same sort of concept as like a catcher in baseball.
The dirty work.
How they're able to do half of their job, puck out in front of the net there. Rangers have had a lot of work in the trenches, maybe we'll say, throwing a football tournament, with the puck being right in front of the goal. That one in, stick save by Haley. And that is the end
back
of
to the
first
goalie
period.
thing. Goalie is kind of like catcher.
All the time in the world now. Tell me about it.
It's kind of like that, and the fact that you don't get called out until you're doing bad, but when you're doing good, it's like nobody really notices.
Well, and even like what we were saying with that, talking about putting the pads on and experiencing what a goalie feels like. Yeah, that's sports in general. The average couch fan, I think, they have some of the poorest takes in sports. The Blair Walsh missed field goal a bunch of years back. You got the guy that went out to the field to just kick field goals
with no pressure.
Yeah, and he was like, I could have made that. No, this is to send an NFL team to the playoffs. You have 11 guys on the other side trying to get through and block it in a stadium with 30,000 people.
Domed somebody in the back of the head.
It's not the same as just going out in the backyard and kicking field goals. And the same thing, you start ripping on a goalie, why don't you put some pads on and go
out there and do it.
Yeah, go let people take
or
slap
stop
shots
complaining about it.
I don't have much respect for those kind of fans, I guess. But
who does? And they don't even know they're those fans. Believe it or not.
Yeah, that's the funny thing.
They don't know they're the problem.
Yeah.
Not to be, that sounds mean or something, but it's the hard truth.
It's the hard truth. It's the hard truth.
My dad knows a lot about it. So.
Oof, he's calling them out on the air.
I mean, it's a typical dad thing. I hope I don't grow into that.
I think, obviously, it's a little bit different, high school to the pros. But if you've been a starting player with pressure in any sort of major sporting event, even in high school, I think you get a good understanding of what that's like.
What's crazy is when people comment on professional sports, when even the 12th man or like the 15th person on the bench in an NBA team can just drop anybody off.
Yeah.
Of just like
Exactly. No,
it wouldn't even be close.
I completely.
Bro.
Caleb's getting some FaceTime in with the Forest Lake football coach. We will step aside and take a quick break and be back in just a few minutes. 3 minutes and 30 seconds until the beginning of the second period. All right, now we're back. Second period just about to start. Caleb, if you, as always, are the coach
Let's
of the
light that
Forest
lamp
Lake
up.
Rangers,
I already know what you're going to ask me. What
are you telling the team?
The teacher of the year saying in that locker room? He's saying we got to get that lamp red. Simple.
We got to get that lamp red.
Yep.
Elaborate.
Well, if you don't know, lighting the lamp is considered a goal. You know, that's kind of some hockey slang. So
we do
gotta
have
light
the
that.
bulbs over the goals, but they've never been used.
I don't know if they work. But
let's
light that metaphorical lamp.
Why don't we get some actual lamps working here.
Let's take a second to thank everybody watching, the broadcast.
Yeah.
It is, it's blizzard-like conditions out tonight.
Can't believe the game is happening.
And,
the treacherous weather out there.
Visibility on the road is not good. I was getting blinded coming in. It's just the crosswind.
It's windy. I'll give them that. But
it's really windy.
Snow's not that bad. Alrighty.
It's the ice that you got to worry about.
If you are just joining us, this is the Forest Lake broadcast of the Forest Lake Rangers taking on the Stillwater Ponies here at Light Shadell Arena. I think I pronounce that differently every single time I say it. By the end, I'm just going to start making things up for it. Ponies fanning on a pass there, headed into Ranger territory. Rangers able to get the puck back for a second. Ponies intercept the neutral zone. Rough pass that bounces off the boards and slides into Haley.
If you played NHL 22
video game
ever
reference.
before,
let's go.
You would know that the announcer, every time the goalie freezes the puck, says, if there's ever a question, you got to freeze the puck.
You got to freeze the puck.
I think if that announcer was announcing this broadcast, he'd say it. So, I'm doing him a favor.
Melander on the face-off for the Rangers. We got to lean over here. We got a big monitor in the way. I can't ever see when we're in this.
Well, maybe you could look
side
at
of the
the
ice.
monitor.
Oh, the monitor, the coloring's off on this TV at least. Just a little bit.
Poor you,
dark,
man.
Can't see things. Shot in on Haley. Drops the leg pads, able to save that one. Rangers just trying to get it back, send it down along the boards, and get it out of their zone. The Ponies have been dominant within the first minute, 2 minutes.
Definitely on the offensive attack, for sure.
On the offensive attack, Rangers lane out.
Ranger watch
to send
play
that
right
puck
there.
out.
If you saw that. Guess who made the play to clear the zone that time?
Give it to me. That shot in.
Ooh. The toe drag wrister from the blue line.
From the blue line. That was a snipe that nearly looked like it was good placement. Haley was able to get her glove up and kind of corral that one. Kind of that awkward spot where you don't know whether to go overhand with the glove or underhand with the glove.
The one we never knew how to catch in like second grade.
Yeah, exactly. Those ones are difficult. Puck in on Haley.
Ooh.
Very close. Back door was open on that one, but the puck just slides a little too far. Stillwater doing a good job of holding the zone here.
And that's another thing that I was saying of just sometimes hockey's a bit lucky, and I think the Rangers just got, I'm not complaining.
Rangers got a little bit of puck luck there.
We got some puck luck there. It was just 2 inches off from scoring a goal. I thought I brought water. I didn't.
You did not. Throat's getting a little dry?
No, I'm ready to go.
Stillwater now with the puck. We'll get a stop.
I don't know what that whistle was for. Okay.
I was looking down at my roster. Okay, so we do have a penalty. We got a pony to the sin bin.
That is their only goal scorer tonight.
Yeah, that is
in the old bin. The place
Finn.
where nobody wants to be.
A 2-minute penalty, and the Rangers will be on a power play. This one bounces around the boards, back behind the Pony goalie. Now it's the Rangers' turn to put some offensive pressure on. See how long they can make that last. Pass out to the point for the Rangers. Stillwater playing some stifling defense. They're really getting aggressive, going after the puck. This one in. Stillwater's goalie a little bit out of position there. Rangers had a opportunity, but no one was in place for that rebound. The Rangers one thing I'm noticing, when the Ponies have the puck down in the Ranger zone, the Ponies are very, very aggressive with taking shots on goal, just winging it at the net, trying to get something out in front. This one out in front, off the blocker, double blocker save, still out there, and now finally cleared. That was a double blocker save.
Hand-eye coordination coming out there. You gotta respect that save.
Lily Timmons back in goal tonight. This one up high on Haley. She'll drop her chin and deflect that one down into her glove.
You know, I know that was skill, but how much of that is just the puck not bouncing your way?
And
you know,
more puck luck.
Puck luck is just out for a vengeance tonight.
That one in,
hitting
and it's
skates.
loose, up off of a Ranger face mask. Back in off the blocker, there's one, and then
it was one of those
second.
change-up shots where the goalie's expecting a hotter shot to come in, and it just kind of gets lollipop, but able to get the blocker on it.
Shot in off of a Ranger. Puck got stuck.
Puck stuck.
What
I didn't
luck.
see where that went. Wow.
Bars. McKinnon on the face-off for the Rangers. Rangers shot in. Goalie there for a second almost looked like she didn't know where the puck was. It was sitting right in front of her, and she was able to drop down and cover.
A lot of traffic in that front of the net, which is something I think we mentioned the last game. Just getting some, you know, getting some debris in front of the goalie just to wreck the site, because when, I mean, teams do it to us, you know, it's never good. But the one thing is, it just hasn't been as successful as it has for us. As
from the outside shot, butterfly save there by the goalie. That one,
I don't know how that,
a little too far to the right.
Close that one was, but it looked close from our perspective.
Rangers will get a quick line change in, trying to intercept the puck at center ice. Stillwater now with it in the Ranger zone. Wrister shot off of a shin, one of the Rangers. They'll chase that back into the Pony zone. Oh, if the Rangers could have stopped that one, that would have been a great opportunity. Cross backhand behind Hallie in. That's goal number 2 for the Ponies tonight.
And we go from almost stopping it. You know, if we would have got it, intercepted that pass before.
I think Hallie was definitely expecting a hot shot from that.
You could tell by her reaction.
Waiting on it.
Now, did you get a number on that goal? I feel bad.
I did not, but
16, I want to say.
Nah, it's the opposing team. Don't matter. That shot, easy glove save by Hallie.
I can't. I don't want to say the wrong person and then just give the wrong person credit. So I will not say.
Well, Sydney Johnson and Abby Finn were doing some pretty slick handshakes over there on the bench. So either she was celebrating with a teammate after a goal, or Stillwater is having a hard time paying attention to what's going on the ice.
I think it would tend to be, you know, the not the latter, the first one.
Yeah, I would say the same thing.
I'm all for handshakes for no reason, though.
I believe that was Melander on the faceoff for the Rangers, and now she's got it going through the neutral zone. Leaves it for Bateman there for a second. Now puck sent around the net. Stillwater has it through the neutral zone into Ranger territory. That one, a dangerous deflection off of a Ranger stick. Nothing doing though. Shot in, and that one, a long shot. The lamp has been lit again for Stillwater. It's 3-0 now.
No, I thought for sure that was 26. Was that not 26?
I don't know. We should be getting a replay here in a second. And conveniently, the goal scorer.
I'm pretty sure.
Not.
It was either 3 or 26.
I do believe it was 26.
3 assisted.
Ashlyn Hoff. We'll have a timeout called. Rangers.
Little momentum stoppage here coming out from Coach Richardson. You know, this is kind of what we've seen of the games we've broadcasted of the Rangers getting down, and you don't want things to bubble from here. Obviously, Stillwater's a talented team, so you don't want to give them too much momentum and good vibes. You know, when the opposing team is doing handshakes on the bench like we were seeing, it just can't be a good thing.
Yeah.
You know, maybe take a timeout, get them to I think it's more for the Rangers, though, not to, you know.
I think right now the biggest thing finishing this period up, still 10 minutes left, almost 11 minutes, but the biggest theme of this period will be how the Rangers respond, kind of like we were talking about in the first, and making sure that they don't completely shut down, because we've seen some sluggishness out of the Rangers after going down by 2 or 3 goals. McKinnon on the face-off for the Rangers. Rangers will take this one up the gut. McKinnon gets the puck back, circles back into the neutral zone. Stillwater with it now through neutral ice. They will lose control, have that rattle off the boards back behind the net.
You know, this Stillwater team is not, although they are third in the SEC, I mean, they've tied Roseville 1-1 this season. They have some quality wins, and I think, you know, the reason are on the forecheck there, the reason our pony to watch was blanking Josie St. Martin was because she had
the Rangers will get caught off sides there.
12 goals in the last 5 games.
Wow.
12 goals in the last 5 games.
That's impressive.
And again, I highlight her, and she hasn't scored, which isn't, you know, her fault. It's just unlucky. You know.
I'm beginning to think that we ourselves
jinxing.
As broadcasters are just
maybe I should just
bad luck for the team.
Maybe I should just keep highlighting good players. Maybe I should highlight their whole team.
We haven't announced. We haven't announced a Ranger win. Every player that we highlight tends to not score a goal that game.
Maybe we should just take a break from the Ranger Watch tomorrow and see what happens. And then just highlight the whole team, the whole opposing team, you know? Maybe that would shut them down. Maybe they get too confident of hearing us talk about them.
We'll go with themes for the game tomorrow. How about that?
I mean, we got that. Yeah, we got that every game. So we can do that. Just we'll scratch the Ranger Watch. Maybe we'll just see what it brings us. And then, I mean, if
actually, you know
changes,
what? Let's go with a full-on science experiment here. We need to check and see if this is an actual thing, you know? So for the girls' game, I say we don't do Ranger watch.
Okay.
For the boys' game, pick 2 players. We'll do a Ranger watch for the boys' game.
Okay.
We'll see what happens.
I mean,
if the girls
maybe should we call it something different?
have success with flying colors, then we know it's time to scratch the Ranger watch.
And then we can do it before the game.
With 1 game left in the season.
And then we can do it before
For
the
us,
game.
at least, broadcasting.
So,
it was Melander again checking out. Now it'll be Bateman checking in. Rangers out in front of the net. And we'll get a penalty for Stillwater.
not a happy pony over there.
Not a happy pony. That is Kylie Lingday taking a trip to the sin bin there.
Hey, guess who made the play on the faceoff? Maybe we didn't jinx it after all. My Ranger to watch came out with tried to make a play. It was really close to, and got us a power play.
There you go.
Making an impact here.
Bateman was on the faceoff for the Rangers. Now the Rangers with the puck on the power play deep in their own territory. Coming through neutral ice, and the Rangers had an opportunity from the outside there. You know, this is kind of what I'm talking about with the Rangers are doing a lot of passing, a lot of waiting, it seems like, with the puck when they're on offense. Whereas Stillwater, they get the puck and they are just flipping it towards the goal, trying to make something happen. Either hoping, hoping that something opens up in front of the goal with one of their fellow Rangers, or fellow Ponies, my bad. There to slap one in off of a rebound. Rangers do a lot of quality passing, but they're not really being chased much by the Ponies.
You know, one thing I just noticed, now correct me if I'm wrong, have we seen number 2, Sammy Poole,
We have not
on the ice
yet
for the Rangers?
Tonight, now that you say that.
Is a question mark because, you know, top goal scorer.
Or if she has been
Captain.
on the ice, she has certainly not made much of an impact. I do
don't
not
think
believe
she's-
she was here. She would have been announced in the starting lineup, to which I did not hear her name.
So, injury, COVID, could be
Could be a multitude of things, but
and who knows.
Stillwater back to full strength now.
But
Forest Lake playing without arguably their best player on the ice as far as goals go.
oof.
A Ranger and a Pony
And defense goes if you want to
take a hard slide
really start.
into the boards there. Stillwater's shot blocked by Hallie and immediately slapped out of the zone. That shot in again, stopped by Haley. Puck is just loose. Lots of slapping at it. Stillwater now gains possession in their own zone. Coming through neutral ice.
Yep.
Shot in, and we have offsides, I believe.
Barely, but yes, it was a good call by the ref. I know no Stillwater parents are arguing about it, which I have to have respect for them because usually a lot of parents would complain no matter, you know, if it was right or wrong. But I think that was a good call by the ref.
That was a good call. Welshek on the face-off, I believe. She has the puck now. Trying to take a shot in and covered. And now we got a big hit after the play.
It's going down for real. the song player, the DJ, not song player.
That
DJ's dialing it up.
Veda Roski
That was just
for the Ponies.
pretty vicious.
I think she was going to the penalty box and motioning to the bench that she thought that our girl took a flop.
Well, I mean,
But,
it's kind of hard when you're on skates. If somebody pushed me on skates, I would definitely fall over, and that's just because I can't skate, I guess. But it was definitely post-play by a couple seconds.
Unnecessary, I would say.
The old slide out and get it with the stick.
A little bit more, I wouldn't say aggression, but just some arguing going on pre-face-off with the Ponies. Shot taken and saved by Haley. Shot by Addie Finn.
Even when the Rangers are on the power play, it feels different. Like it felt like Stillwater was controlling that power play, and it felt like they were on it.
Well, Rangers are still on one for another minute and 36 seconds. Bateman now with the puck. Dumps into the Pony zone. Ponies able to gain possession. Kill it, but now the Ponies with it. Heading into Ranger territory. Shot in. Refs say it's off the post. We get another penalty.
Wow. That was the same spot to the goal as the first one. Right above the blocker. You see a replay of it here. Right off the top. So, I mean, good call by the ref. Puck luck. It's a game of inches.
Now Forest Lake and Stillwater have a player in the penalty box. Forest Lake have about a minute left with Stillwater down one. So McKinnon gets her head almost taken off there by a stick.
Would you say emotions running high or
I would
low?
say this one is getting a little bit more chippy as it goes on. I think Forest Lake is maybe starting to get a little bit more frustrated, and Stillwater maybe starting to feel themselves a little bit more.
Well, the reason I said that is just because I took a look at the Forest Lake bench, and half of the bench was sitting. Now they're standing as you're looking at them, but they were sitting, and the reason I posed that is just because, I mean, emotions can be running high in like a negative way and low in an energy standpoint at the same time.
Yeah.
And Mr. Richardson went and stepped down and talked to a player. I don't necessarily know who it was, but had a decently long talk, and I don't know what he was talking about, but that's just the coach trying to spark their players and get some more energy out of them.
Yeah. No, it is weird. I think Forest Lake is starting to get a little bit drained, and they're definitely getting frustrated out on the ice. And then you have Stillwater that is getting a little bit more confident as they put more goals on the ice, but it seems like their style of hockey is getting a little bit more undisciplined with some of that unnecessary aggression coming out, should we say? Forest Lake clearing there. Power play over for Forest Lake. Or Stillwater. Forest Lake back to full strength.
I did not even know that Stillwater was on a power play. Where did that penalty come in? What was the count?
Down by the last big time. That shot high and off the glass. Last big
what you want
push
to
that
see,
the
though.
Ponies had down by the net, there was a penalty called.
All right, well, I mean, that shot, that drop pass and kind of slapper, although it wasn't on target, it's just something you want to see, just more shots, hard shots at the net, especially when you're down 3-0.
Yeah, you got to get that one down just a little bit. Puck out in front of the net. Rangers able to get it back and at least send it back out into the neutral zone. Forsake a little early on the stadium noise there with the music. Ponies through the neutral zone, heading into the Forest Lake side of the ice. Tied up along the boards. Rangers just trying to get it back out of their zone. Glove save by the Ponies. Just under a minute left to play here in the second period. Shots on goal as we sit, 16 for the home team, 17 for Stillwater. However, your score still remains Stillwater 3, Forest Lake 0. Big thing would definitely be not letting Stillwater score again here with seconds left in the period.
I mean, that would really hurt if you're
going into the intermission. Yeah, you just gotta keep that puck away from the net. Maybe keep it tied up along the boards a little bit more. Stillwater now with the pucks and across back behind the net. Rangers keeping it in the zone. We'll get a stop and a face-off. We'll have a penalty on Stillwater. And that is Addie Finn again being sent to the penalty box. We didn't catch exactly what the penalty was, but I believe that's either her second or third time in the box so far tonight. Puck out, shot in off of Halley's pad, and that's the end of the period. So Stillwater had a chance there for a second. Literally a second was left in the period, but Halley able to get in front of that one, keep it out of the net to keep your score right at 0-3 in favor of the Stillwater Ponies.
Not looking good.
Forest Lake going into the intermission, licking some wounds, needing to figure out how they're going to come out and at least put a goal on the board. You never want to end the game with a goose egg. I feel like that's an obvious. A loss sucks, but getting shut out is even worse.
Definitely does hurt. I think it was looking at the scoring summary. This is actually on MN Hockey Hub currently. So I think it was number 16, Sydney Johnson. So we can give credit where credit's due. That was the second goal. No, third. That says 506.
I believe that was the...
2-0. So that was the
goal.
second goal. Yep, so Sydney Johnson, number 16, for Stillwater with that goal. I think that's the one we missed. But, it's got to be tough for the players and coaches just because it seems like we've seen this story happen so many times just this season. Flirting with 500 the whole season, Mr. Richardson doesn't want to end his second season under 500. So if we lose this, we're going to go to, not saying we are, we still got 17 minutes of hockey to play, but we'd be battling for 500 tomorrow if we were to drop this game, which, I mean, it isn't looking good for us right now, but, you know, things can change.
Both teams, as far as Forest Lake goes, the boys and the girls, seasons so far a little bit more to be desired, would you say?
I mean, you could say that. Especially the girls had a really good season. I know the boys did too, but girls were, I think, 14 and, I'm probably going to say it wrong, but I'm pretty sure they had 14 wins last season. I'm going to pull it up right now. But they had a really successful season last year.
I mean, we were here announcing playoffs.
Everybody gets into the playoffs, but we were here announcing multiple games of the playoffs.
Yeah.
Which is the thing that we all want to see as fans. 15-4-2. They were 14-2 in the conference last year. And the only team that was better than them was Stillwater. So
there you go. This is two of the best teams from last season, and going back to what we were talking about at the end of the first and into the first intermission, you can see what happens right there. I mean, part of me has always had a little bit of that, had a problem with that saying, there's no I in team. You know, we had a great class of seniors last year. But when you get one of those generational, I want to say.
I mean, it happens in high school sports. We're just like,
you just get a fall off after a year or two.
It's so hard to be consistent in high school sports just because you're only really there for 2 years unless you're lucky and you get to play 3 or 4 with your freshman and sophomore year. So,
well, and then the other
that's why it's so respectable to see like programs in any sport just being consistent and winning titles consistent. You just got to respect that. And there's obviously some luck when it comes to having talent in your area over a long obviously
time,
it's not going to happen for forever, but I mean, enjoy it while you can.
Yeah, I mean, everybody hates the Patriots dynasty, but when you get a team that can win that consistently for that long, it's impressive.
Yeah.
And it's even more impressive in high school when these coaches, on a level, they get to pick their players, but at the same time, they don't. It's whoever is living in the city limits, and
you get to pick out of what's given to you.
Yeah, exactly. You
don't
can't
get to pick.
Richardson can't walk across the ice and cherry pick a couple of Stillwater girls and
I'm sure Mr. Richardson would
sign them to a contract over here.
We're not saying Mr. Richardson doesn't like his team because we know he probably would do anything for his team. But it's just one of those things where, you know, high school's just like that.
High school sports can be frustrating and difficult. That's all we're going to say. We know firsthand.
We do know firsthand.
And the other thing is, when your program isn't winning, it's even harder to get players to come out for the team the next year. People want to be part of a cool, special winning program, and when you're not doing that, that draws your bank of players to choose from down even farther.
Indeed. You're not choosing, don't know where I was going with that. I was going to say something about a piggy bank, you know, but that would just be, you know, I was really trying to go for a good analogy. I thought I had it.
Not working for you?
Not working for me, no. So I'm going to attempt to find, as we break, the last time the Rangers went under 500. That's going to be my goal.
All right, well, we will take a quick break and be back here in a few minutes to bring you the third period and the conclusion of this Forest Lake Rangers Stillwater Ponies girls hockey contest. Welcome back, Ranger hockey fans. Caleb, you had some...
And Stillwater fans. I know there are some Stillwater fans.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Although it isn't a Stillwater broadcast, you still want
Force
to...
broadcast.
Although it is not a Stillwater. I thought I said, although it's not a Stillwater broadcast, you still want to thank them for, you know, still showing us love. So if you're out there, thank you very much. But what were you going to say before I rudely interrupted you?
I was going to say that you had you had a little bit of homework you were doing while we were gone, trying to come up with the last time the Rangers had a not-so-stellar season. Obviously, we know that Forest Lake historically is a winning program in hockey.
To say less than stellar season and say a down year for the Rangers is still 500, you know, that's always a good thing. But the last time the Rangers were 500 or less would be the 2014-2015 season.
Okay,
so that is about
6 years ago?
8.
14, oh yeah, I bet. Still a couple years behind, I guess.
Okay.
8 years behind.
Forest Lake still
math.
Living pre-COVID. I mean, it does kind of feel like that, so I don't blame you.
Yeah.
But
we just lost 2 years of our lives.
2.5.
2.5. So as we get this next and final period ready to go. Shots on goal tonight, 16 for the Rangers, 18 for the Ponies. The Rangers will be starting on a power play. We'll have 1 minute and 48 left.
You know, in looking
Addie
back,
Finn will serve the rest of her time.
In Forest Lake history, the 2018-2019 season, would you go as far as saying a legendary season in Forest Lake?
Let me hear it.
Girls hockey history. 16-0 in the SEC.
Wow.
23-2 overall. Just an amazing
Can't be wrong.
year.
And what year was that? 2018?
That is 2018-2019. So,
wow.
What would that be? 4...
Shot
Rachel
in.
Golnitz is on that team.
Oh, that makes sense. Stillwater doing their best to clear the puck. Whew, there, Stillwater. Yeah, I thought they were back to full strength there for a second, but Addie was just heaved over in the penalty box. I couldn't see her.
I mean, you know, the chances of any of those players on that roster watching us scream aren't likely, but, you know, Brooke Remington is the top point getter of that year, so she was kind of the leader of the charge. The Rangers had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people over 18 points that season, so it was just offensive firepower coming out from that 2018-2019 legendary team in Forest Lake.
Forest Lake bringing it up through the neutral zone, dumping in to Stillwater. Stillwater 13 seconds remain till they are back to full strength. Stillwater with the puck now, starting to get a little bit aggressive, knowing that they'll be back to full strength here. Poked away there by the Rangers. McKinnon slapping it down the boards. Rangers, quick line change. Stillwater dumps in. Puck sent around the Ranger net. Now the Rangers will come on the attack. Puck broken up, sent down to the Stillwater zone. Rangers taking a shot on goal, goes left. Something that we want to see more of here in this period, just throwing the puck on net to see what can happen. didn't do that a whole lot in the last period. Lots of passing when they were on offense, but not many hot shots taken from anywhere on the ice, just a lot of deflective
Indeed.
shots.
So stick with me here, because,
All right.
you know, we're watching a 3-0 game. So
what in your wealth of knowledge do you have to share with us?
This team had me interested to see. This is one of the best teams, undefeated in the SEC. What happened to us in the playoffs? Because I looked up at our banner.
Rangers here with a shot, one-on-one, and beautifully played by the Stillwater defense.
I looked up at the banner and saw that there was just an SEC championship to be had that year, nothing else. So, in doing some research, we got all the way to the section championship where we faced Andover, but we lost in overtime. And that year, Andover went on to be third in the state. So, you know, that's just great, going against great, and tough to see such a good Forest Lake team like that and have a historical regular season, do good in the playoffs, but just lose a heartbreaker in the championship.
Yeah.
So just a little Forest Lake history lesson for everybody watching. And if there's anybody on that team listening, shout out.
You know, I'm a little bit confused. I see the giant girls hockey banner hanging off the back wall there.
Just no guys.
Oh, I see it.
Oh.
They're up here hanging on the wall behind us. Not in plain view. I believe so. Logo looks a little bit different down there, but
maybe I could go investigate. We may do that.
Yeah, why don't you do that?
Right now?
Go check the logo.
Okay,
Make sure that that's our boys team.
All right.
You're going to have to take your headphones off there, guy. McKinnon now heading into the net, tries a backhanded shot. Saved by the Stillwater goalie. Drops a leg there. Puck being swatted around by both teams here. Forest Lake taking another shot. It's going to be deflected before it even gets to the goal by a Pony. Hot shot in off the skate of a
the
Pony.
Shin shot. Unbelievable.
Forest Lake sending it down the boards. Caleb, you went on a quick scavenger hunt there. What did you come up with?
I've never seen that logo before.
Okay.
But it is a Forest Lake logo.
I am now curious to see what that logo is.
Maybe you should go look at it right now, and I'll take.
You'll take the reins.
Holy! We got a flying puck here.
I am going to take
center ice.
my quick field trip now,
and I will take over for play-by-play. I've always wanted to do this before, so
don't get used to it.
We got a face-off at center ice here after a puck goes flying in the crowd. Got to get my partner's roster here. Welshek on the face-off. Stillwater will win it. Takes it into center ice. Some contact in center ice. You don't like to see that. High stick being called, and some frustration coming out from Hayak in the old sin bin. That's just not what you want to see.
That is a new one for me. I have not ever seen that logo before.
I know, it's interesting.
It is it's the Ranger guy on a horse, but he's holding the hockey stick.
I know.
As if it was like a war spear or something.
You know, what's funny is I do a lot of prep work for broadcasts,
and
I look at logos to put in stuff, and I've never seen that
logo.
So
interesting.
I wonder who came up with that.
That shot got close there for a second. Deflected away from goal. Stillwater with it along the boards. Pass out to the point. Shot somewhat fanned on there by the Ponies. That would have been a ripper from right about the left face-off circle there.
Left slot.
Left slot.
Let's call it.
Ponies trying to set something up. Rangers playing aggressive defense now. big hit on the outside.
That was a dangerous play. Never want to see somebody get checked in the back, especially facing the boards.
Yeah. That was a silly play. I mean, when you got a back turned to you, I mean, I know you're on ice, but
not Hurricane, is it?
That is, in fact, Addie Finn serving her third penalty in the penalty box. The enforcer for the Ponies.
Usually the enforcer's in second in goals, but,
she's not adding much to her total tonight. She's spent a decent amount of her night sitting.
But in the ice time she has had, she has scored a goal.
Yeah,
so that's more
one.
than the Forest Lake Rangers have this whole game. So
that's true.
Tough.
Saucer pass over to McKinnon. McKinnon with a shot. Beautiful stick handling. Shot off and blocked. Man! That was probably the best pass I have seen all year from the Rangers. They come up empty on the goal try.
Having Addie Finn in that penalty box for so long made me a little interested. Decided to look up Stillwater's leading, who's leading in penalty minutes for them.
Who has the most sins on the team?
Well, I don't think you'll guess.
I'm going to say Addie Finn.
It is Addie Finn, and she is, if you put the top two, well, the second and third, most, they still won't get there to what she has.
Can I get a total?
It's safe to 37.
37 penalties or 37 minutes?
37 minutes, and I don't think that's...
So that's an odd number, so that means she's had a major at some point.
I mean, that's what math is right there,
you don't
buddy.
Forest Lake math coming in clutch for me there.
Even plus even equals even plus odd. Is that equal odd?
Yeah, Forest Lake math. It makes sense. Maybe instead of the penalty box or the sin bin, we'll start calling it the fin bin. Puns.
I mean, it's a play style though, and it's obviously effective because she's having a good year. So
very aggressive play style.
But the one thing is, she could be having an even better year if she, tries to avoid that a little bit more. But I mean, sometimes players are just, naturally more aggressive, and I think that's.
Here we go. Rangers with an opportunity. Driving in, shot high into the netting.
I could hear the disappointment from your voice. I mean,
I just want to see one at least tonight.
And we're frustrated, but can you imagine what the players are feeling? Like, nobody can feel more disappointed than... Did that just get stuck on her stick?
I think she just got under it a little bit too much and lifted it, and then I believe it went off the stick of the Stillwater goalie. I didn't exactly see in the replay there, but that wound up way higher than it should have been. And we got a Pony that slid hard into the ice face first. I don't know if a penalty is being called on Forest Lake. It looks like there will be one. I think that's number 14 for the Rangers. Aaron Brown. It's number 7, Josie St. Martin, your Pony to watch. Goes hard into the boards. Hard to tell exactly what's hurting her. I'm going to say your whole body.
Yeah. And that's tough to see. I hope it's not serious, just because, she is such an important piece to the Stillwater team, and especially going down the stretch and into the playoffs. You want your best players there with you. So
no. Puck deflected by a Ranger there before it could get to the net. McKinnon playing it into the neutral zone. Stillwater now takes a shot. wide left off the boards. Stillwater playing it behind Halley's net. Shot in, don't know where that one was going. Shot in and low, stick save by the Tendy. Forest Lake thought they had it back out for a second. Tried to pass it back door. Opportunity was there, but it shut quickly. Now another one sent in. Chopped down by Stillwater. Shot back again. Goes left of the net, off the glass. Stillwater still putting pressure on. It'll head back into the neutral zone, so everybody will kind of come back out and reset. Stillwater now trying to go back on the forecheck. Rangers are able to pressure back into the Stillwater zone. Rangers with a shot, high, off the blocker, the Stillwater goalie. That one past the blue line. And the ref will call offsides.
It didn't look like, I mean, not that it matters too much. Don't know if that one crossed the blue line.
Yeah, that one was a little ticky-tack for my liking.
We're right on the blue line, so I'd like to think I have good eyes. But, the refs obviously, gets paid to do what he just did there.
Bateman with the puck, trying to split two Ponies. Not able to get her done. Shot in, goal, Rangers!
The lid is come off
back.
The goal. And all right.
And the Rangers are able to put one on the board so far tonight.
Get
score 1-3. So now hopefully this loosens the Rangers squad up with 5 minutes and 32. I mean, last year we saw 3 goals get scored within a matter of like 2 minutes.
Hey.
Wasn't that a playoff game with Cretin?
It's not over until it's over.
It's not over until it's over.
Stillwater taking a timeout here. Maybe they feel some of the Forest Lake wrath coming.
The Ranger pressure. I mean, they're doing it. They gotta feed off of this one. That was funny.
Did you hear 6 on the goal?
Did you hear that?
I did not.
Whole stadium went quiet for a second. There was one mom. Let's go, Rangers.
I mean, props to her.
Props to her.
She's the only one supporting the Rangers right now.
Absolutely.
I
mean, the student section is absolutely non-existent here. You'd like to see a little bit more support for the team. I mean, I know it's just an absolute blizzard outside. But
I mean, I think we got a pretty good showing. It's better than it was last game.
Yeah.
We just don't have the middle school student section there doing the cha-cha slide.
That's what we need. We need that kind of energy brought back up.
It does,
Stillwater coming down into the Ranger zone hot. Rangers able to fight the puck away for a second. Stillwater quickly converges on it and gets back possession. They'll head back behind their own net. And a reset. Forest Lake doing a good job of swarming, knocking the puck away.
Now Forest Lake can just get within one and then pull the goalie.
I think if the Rangers can put one up here, it might start putting a little bit more pressure on Stillwater, obviously. But
you don't want to pull your goalie, down 2, just because, it's kind of a big prayer to be answered if you're pulling your goalie down 2. But if you pull your goalie down 1, you just need 1 to.
Oh, opportunity stifled by the Pony offense. Now Stillwater with a chance here. Shot in, blocker save by Haley. Shot high, deflected. Haley nearly lost that one. Forest Lake back with the puck along the boards. Stillwater nonchalantly sends one in on goal. Haley will cover. We'll get a face-off.
You know, if we're going to come back,
McKinnon
that pass is going to be one we're just going to have to hit on just to get it outside of our offensive zone.
Absolutely.
But, I mean, as it stands, we still have time, so. Here we go. And here we don't.
See, and that was right there. Those are the moments that kind of, in my opinion, changed the game a little bit. Stillwater with a great opportunity here. Shot. Good blocker save there by Haley.
Seems like Stillwater's really challenging that blocker side from.
Well, I mean, it worked on the first goal of the game. Why wouldn't it work a second time? Back behind, shot. Forest Lake tried to get a little fancy with it there. McKinnon now with the puck, sends it in. Lots of debris out in front of the net. Ponies able to clear it back over to the other side. We'll get an icing. That puck will head right back over to the Ponies' side of the ice. 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Rangers, if you're going to mount something, you got to put one in here.
It'll be interesting to see when Coach Richardson decides to pull the goalie.
There she comes.
So right on the face-off. Bold move, so this is an important face-off to be had.
Forest Lake playing with an extra skater now. Puck's stuck in that far corner. Ponies get it out, send it across the net into the neutral zone. Forest Lake's got to keep it away from their side of the ice because there's no goaltender in the net. Forest Lake will send it around the boards. McKinnon chases into the Pony zone. Ponies still with the puck, chasing it forward. Bad pass. Forest Lake able to get it back in the neutral zone. Some contact along the boards there. Nothing doing. Ponies trying to get it back. A Ranger down, stick flying across the ice, and we'll get a penalty. So now, if Richardson keeps the goalie out,
oh boy, things are getting
interesting. The Rangers are up 2 skaters on Stillwater. Tell me that's not Addie in the fin bin.
40, it doesn't look like it's 40.
Trying to scan the bench, but I got no numbers.
I see a 7.
Yes. It's number 7, Josie St. Martin, who we've mentioned before a few times in the broadcast. Rangers with it. Shot in. Goal! Rangers on the board again.
Here we go.
And the gap starts to close.
Don't call it a comeback
Call it a comeback yet. But the Rangers now draw within one with 1:44 to go.
29?
At least they're making it interesting for us tonight.
That is...
I don't know exactly who it was. I think it was 25.
It's weird that the number is like that. I think it's 29.
29 took the shot from the outside, and then I believe it went off McKinnon.
Jenna Ray Bateman, that was the Ranger watch from last game, so maybe it just is a game delay here. You never know.
So Haley back in net for the Rangers. McKinnon trying to get the puck back. Stillwater now skates back into the neutral zone. Sends it into the Ranger zone.
Got to get control of this puck here. 1 minute left to go.
Haley will stop that one with her stick.
Got to get a good forecheck here.
1 minute left here in the contest. Stillwater with it in the neutral zone. Driving in, loses control. Rangers have the puck back across the ice. Stillwater able to steal it back almost immediately. They'll dump back against the boards. Rangers have the puck. Coming out of the far corner. Stillwater will get it back. Rangers with an opportunity. Trying to get it out in front of the net. Stillwater able to stop it. Open net now for Stillwater. Puck sent all the way across the ice. 20 seconds left in the game. Rangers with an opportunity. Don't call it a comeback yet. That shot deflected by the Ponies out in front of the net. We got an exciting one here at the end. Puck up, 3 seconds left. Off the boards, and they don't shoot. And that's the game.
You know, you can't ask for, I mean, I know the first 2 periods were pretty, relaxed when it came to energy for Forest Lake, but you gotta love the effort on the comeback. Just so close. There was 2 just really good chances we had, just not able to capitalize. Credit Stillwater on their defense and goalie play, but oh, what a game.
What a game is right. I'm disappointed.
That was really exciting. Wow. That was almost as exciting as, we've talked about it a couple times, but last year's game in overtime, I think it was overtime. It may have went in overtime because of a missed goal.
Well, there were a couple of games last year towards the end of the season. We had one that we scored like 3 goals within 2 minutes, and we were just killing them. And then I don't remember if we ended up giving that one back. That might have been the playoff game. We went up 3 right away. Cretin-Durham Hall came storming back, and the game ended in a tie right before playoffs. But, yeah. That was an exciting look there for a second when we had those.
There was a couple
coming down the. But again, the crappy part that we've had to deal with all season is when it comes to those key moments that you need something to happen. It just seems like maybe the stick handling is the part that's not all the way there for this squad right now.
I just wanted to see the Rangers play like they played with the kind of that. Reckless abandon.
Yes, we need that
mentality.
Kind of play all the time.
Easy on the desk there. Okay. All right. Don't want this booth.
But, yeah, I don't know.
I just, if you watch the end of this game and you're not excited to come back and watch tomorrow,
yeah,
I don't know who you are.
At the same time.
I mean, it's disappointing, but you just got to be excited. Like, we're going to be here tomorrow. And you guys, you viewers, thank you for viewing tonight. We'll be back on the same channel tomorrow.
YouTube channel, yeah. Back here, brought to you by Lakes Area TV.
Check us out.
Trying to remember, what time are the games tomorrow? 2 o'clock and 6 o'clock. Will be the broadcasts for tomorrow, boys and girls. So the girls will be playing basically the end of their, what Caleb is trying to label a triple header. But really,
trying to.
Just 3 games played within a week. And the boys will be playing their 1 or 2nd game of the week.
I want to say, I don't have it pulled up, so...
One of the 2.
I think they've played maybe a couple games this week. I know, depending on when that article I read was, but
regardless, we'll be back tomorrow.
They got 3 games left.
Tune in at 2 for a lot more hockey.
A lot more hockey.
I'm Noah.
I'm Caleb.
And this has been Ranger Sports on Lakes Area Television. Thank you for watching.